Hola! Hi, so thought I'd just put a few things together and it should be enough. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail. I mean, first of all, look at ways of saying hello. So the only one you really know is hola. The only one you really need is hola. It's a bit like saying hi, and the other ones are like hello or good afternoon, which are a bit more formal. You got buenos dias, which is used in the morning and perhaps early afternoon. Buenas tardes is used in the afternoon and evening, early evening. You can say hola at any time of day. And I'd use sort of hola might be a bit informal, you know, if you're speaking to older people, but you know, so that if people get offended, they get offended. So I just say hola all the time, and you know, it's just like O-L-A, so you don't hear the H. And to say goodbye, it's adios, adios. That can be used any time of day, and that's kind of formal and informal. To sort of say good night would be buenas noches, buenas noches. But you can also say adios at night time as well. Adios means to God, so Dios is God. So it's like saying goodbye. I mean, you don't have to, goodbye you can say in the morning, afternoon or evening, but obviously at night you can't say good night in the morning, but you know, I would just say adios. But then more informally, like see you later would be hasta luego. Hasta just means until, and luego means then. Hasta luego. You've got like in Terminator 2, hasta la vista, but nobody really says that. I think it's more kind of Latin American, but that's sort of like the same as hasta luego. You can also say hasta with lots of different things, like we're saying see you tomorrow. Until tomorrow is hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. If you want to say see you soon, soon is pronto, so it's hasta pronto. Hasta pronto. What else do you have? And then if it comes to asking somebody how they are, it's ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? So the ¿cómo means how and estás you are. ¿Cómo estás? And then to answer how you are, you would say, somebody says to me ¿Cómo estás? I would say estoy bien, gracias. Estoy bien, gracias. So I am well, thanks. And then you've got to say and you, so it's y tú. So put it all together. ¿Cómo estás? Sorry. Somebody says to me ¿Cómo estás? And I say estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Or I could say I'm very well. So we need to stick in the word muy, which means very. So estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? But I mean, if you normally, when somebody asks me how I am, I just say I'm fine. You know, I mean, even if I'm not, I pretend I am. I don't want to burden people with my problems. But I mean, if you are genuinely not happy and you don't mind admitting it, if somebody says and you just fine, either good or bad, you can say estoy regular or just regular. Y tú. So you've always got to ask the other person and you. And if you're bad, you say estoy mal. Y tú. But if you're bad, you don't say estoy mal, gracias. I'm feeling bad, thanks. You know, and you. So estoy mal. Y tú. And if you're very bad, estoy muy mal. Y tú. Let's hope you don't have to say that, because that's like, imagine you don't have a good holiday and something bad happens. So, you know, let's just avoid those. But if you want to say terrible, estoy fatal. Y tú. Or you don't really need the estoy, because if somebody says to you, how are you? You don't need to say I'm fine, you just say fine. How are you? I'm alright, or just alright. So just recap from the most positive. So somebody says to me, ¿Cómo estás? And I say, estoy bien, gracias. Sorry, estoy muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Or estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Yeah, I'd stick with those. And if you want to find where something is, like the beach, a particular building, a street, then you can say donde está. So donde means where, and está means it is. So donde está la playa means where's the beach. Donde está la playa. Donde está el metro. That's where's the metro. Yeah, donde está el metro, or donde está la estación de metro, where's the metro station. If you want to know the train station, you might say donde está la estación de trenes. So the trenes means trains. Donde está la estación de trenes. What else might you need? And if it's a particular road, like just think of one off the top of my head, Calle Montaner. Obviously in Catalan, the road names are, the word for road in Spanish is calle, C-A-L-L-E, but in Catalan it's carrer. So a lot of the roads will be carrer this, carrer that. So you might say, donde, perdona, ¿dónde está la calle Montaner? So perdona means excuse me. You could also say perdone, which is a bit more formal. Perdona, so it doesn't mean pardon. I don't actually know what pardon is. You know, if somebody says something you don't hear it correctly. Spanish just said que, which means what, which we think is being rude. But que dices? I don't actually know what pardon is. Should, really, because I was there for 6 years. And it never seems to come up when I'm teaching. So, ¿dónde está las Ramblas? Where are the Ramblas? ¿Dónde está Plaza Catalunya or Plaza Catalunya? ¿Dónde está la Pedrera? Where's the building that's called La Pedrera? Gaudi building. ¿Dónde está Park Güell? That's the Gaudi Park. ¿Dónde está el Camp Nou? ¿Dónde está el Camp Nou? Where's the new camp? What else could you... So that basically is donde está, and then the thing you're looking for. So it's dead easy to do that. Okay, so the most important thing is putting stuff in your face, food and drink. So, I mean, the waiter or waitress will say, ¿Qué quiere? What do you want? ¿Qué quiere tomar? ¿Qué quiere tomar? What do you want to have? ¿Qué quiere comer? ¿Qué quiere comer? What do you want to eat? ¿Qué quiere beber? What do you want to drink? So when you say, there are lots of ways of ordering something. You can say, I'd like a sandwich, or I want a sandwich, I'll have a sandwich, give me a sandwich, I'll take a sandwich, So you've got loads of ways of saying it in Spanish, but the best thing to do is just simplify, just I want, quiero, like un bocadillo. So they might say, ¿Qué quiere tomar? You might order something to eat first, or ¿Qué quiere comer? What do you want to eat? And you might say, quiero un bocadillo. So I want a sandwich. Bocadillo is like a sub sandwich in a baguette. Quiero un bocadillo, and then the flavour would be de, which means of, and then whatever the thing is, the filling. So you might say, quiero un bocadillo de jamón. Quiero un bocadillo de jamón. Ham sandwich. Quiero un bocadillo de queso. Quiero un bocadillo de queso, which is a cheese sandwich. You might want ham and cheese. Quiero un bocadillo de jamón y queso. Quiero un bocadillo de jamón y queso. You know, you've got lots of other, thinking of what you'd have. Quiero un bocadillo de calamares. Oh, squid. Calamari. It's more popular in Madrid. It's not a big thing in Barcelona. Quiero un bocadillo de calamares. Quiero un bocadillo de atún. So tuna is actually, it's the same letters but in a different order. Atún. Quiero un bocadillo de atún. What else would you put in? You might have, un bocadillo de tortilla española. So tortilla is omelette. Tortilla española is Spanish omelette, which is, you know, with potatoes, really nice. You might say, quiero un bocadillo de tortilla española, so that you'd have like a bocadillo with sliced bits of omelette in. It's really nice. So anything you see on the you know, on the menu or in bars with like, we just point, quiero esto, you know, and they've got lots of, quiero, if you want, they've got croquettes and things like that, or olives, or chorizo, or whatever. You might say, quiero una ración de, quiero una ración de means I want a portion of, so quiero una ración de ensalada rusa. Quiero una ración de ensalada rusa. Russian salad, it's a bit like, I suppose it's almost similar to coleslaw. It's quite nice. It's kind of it's mayonnaise and potato and peas and maybe peppers and stuff. So it's like Russian salad, but I don't really think we have anything equivalent here. It's not really like coleslaw. Coleslaw is more like chopped up cabbage, isn't it? And then the waiter might say, after you've ordered something to eat, algo más, that means something else, anything else. We might say y para beber, and to drink. You might say, if you do want to order something else, you might say, quiero una cerveza, I want a beer, or quiero un vino blanco, I want a white wine, quiero un vino blanco, or a red wine, quiero un vino tinto, So red, the word red is rojo, but they don't use that for wine. It's actually, the word tinto means kind of dyed or coloured. And don't get rosé, just stick with red or white. What else could you drink? Quiero una Coca-Cola, if you want some sort of juice is zumo. So quiero un zumo de, and you might be, quiero un zumo de naranja. No, I don't, it's the hardest thing for me to say is naranja. So, although I want orange juice, I end up getting apple juice instead, because it's easier to say. Quiero un zumo de manzana. Quiero un zumo de manzana. Don't know if they have pineapple juice. If they do, it's quiero un zumo de piña. Quiero un zumo de piña. I mean, some things we have, some juices we have, they don't really have. They don't really sort of drink tomato juice unless it's in a Bloody Mary. That will be un zumo de tomate. Quiero un zumo de tomate. So when you've ordered your drinks, they might say algo más, and you could say, if you want anything else, just say quiero, or if you don't want anything else, it's just no gracias, nada más. No gracias, nada más. What else can you order? There was something else that just came to my head. Oh yeah, coffee. So quiero, they might say, ¿Quiere un café? ¿Quiere un café? You want a coffee? Sí, por favor. Quiero un cortado. Quiero un cortado. Quiero un café solo. Quiero un café solo. That would be just a black coffee, like an Americano without milk. Quiero un café con leche. Quiero un café con leche. That's coffee with milk. But it's not really like a latte, it's more like a flat white because it's quite strong. So yeah, that's the three main drink coffees that I have. Quiero un cortado, por favor. Quiero un café con leche, por favor. Quiero un café solo, por favor. So if you want to order multiple, like two, quiero dos cortados, so the cortado becomes cortados, or dos cafés con leche. It's only the café which becomes plural. So it's two coffees with milk, not two coffees with milk. Dos cafés con leche. Dos cafés solo. I think you might just say dos cafés. I think if you just say café, they just bring you black coffee. So also it might be a good idea to look at some of the numbers. So, I mean, for telling the time, also you want the bill at the restaurant. So, la cuenta, por favor. la cuenta, por favor, you know, or cuánto es, how much is it, and then they, you know, they'll give you the bill so you can see how much it is. But you can do with some numbers, especially up to 12 for saying the time. So for practice, we've got uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce. So if you want to say it's 1 o'clock, it's es la una, it is the one. But after that, anything bigger than 1 o'clock, it's son, they are the two. Son las dos, son las tres, son las cuatro, son las cinco, son las seis, son las siete, son las ocho, son las nueve, son las diez, son las once, son las doce. And then if you want to say, well, I've got a little tutorial on telling the time, so you can have a look at that. But if you want to say it's 5 past, if you take a time like 3 o'clock, son las tres, and then 5 past will be son las tres y cinco, 10 past, son las tres y diez, son las tres y cuarto, and quarter, son las tres y veinte, son las seis y 25. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done numbers up as big as that. Well, hopefully, if you do like quarter past and half past, so, and then son las tres y media means half past. And quarter to would be, yeah, I mean, you can just say you say it's quarter to 4, so son las cuatro menos cuarto. So son las cuatro is 4 o'clock minus quarter. Son las cuatro menos cuarto. So you should be alright with that. I mean, hopefully, if you are arranged to meet people, just try to arrange to meet them dead on the hour or half past or something. So think of whatever the time is. So son las, if you think of son las seis, it's 6 o'clock. Son las seis y cuarto, it's quarter past. Son las seis y media, it's half past. But if you want to say quarter to 7, son las siete menos cuarto. Yeah, so I think that should be enough. I mean, what I'll do is send you a link to video tutorials on my website, and then you can, any that you need to look at, just have a look at when you're there. And you've got a lot more. There's no point in me redoing a lot of things I've already done. The thing is that go into more detail because people have got more time and they're doing a course at the time. They're not just there at the moment. So you might have to just sort of, you know, if you do actually go to find something, you might have to like, you know, just go through a video until you find something relevant. Okay, so I think that's about it. And oh yeah, hasta luego.